Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics edition number 16. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released June 5th, 2013, beginning alphabetically with Age of Ultron number 9. To save the planet and maybe the entire galaxy, the heroes of the Marvel Universe made the most controversial decision of their lives. The results have brought disaster, the likes of which they have never seen before. And now, with one final chance, can they make it right? Next, we've got All New X-Men number 12. The All New X-Men find themselves face-to-face with the Uncanny Avengers. Young Cyclops meets the adult version of the little brother he thought he may never see again. We've also got Avengers number 13, Evolutionary Leap. Hyperion learns the true cost of the decision he's made at the origin site in the Savage Land. The return of Techno-Titan Terminus. We've also got Avengers Arena number 10, Nico's valiant stand against Sentinel. Next, we've got Cable and X-Force number 9, guest starring the Uncanny Avengers. Hope goes on the run, determined to help Cable whether he wants it or not. But the Uncanny Avengers have been keeping tabs on Hope, and they're not about to let her get tangled up with Cable's band of fugitives. We've also got Daredevil Dark Knights number 1 of 8. A gorgeous new series featuring the greatest talents in comics brings you the rest of the Man Without Fear story. Legendary artist Lee Weeks returns to his favorite hero for Angels Unaware. A blizzard brings New York to a standstill, and a young patient lies on death's door unless Daredevil can get to him in time. Next, we've got Daredevil End of Days number 8 of 8, the stunning conclusion to Daredevil's final story. The mystery of Daredevil's final words are revealed, and Ben Urich's life will never be the same. Some of the Man Without Fear's greatest artists bring you the conclusion of his life story. We've also got Dark Tower, the Gunslinger, Evil Ground number 2 of 2, the conclusion to the all-new story set during Roland's fan-favorite early adventures. How will the young gunslinger and his loyal Cat-Tet survive the sinister assault by supernatural enemies, and how does it relate to his current quest? This prequel to the Little Sisters of Illyria is a must-read for Dark Tower completists. We've also got Fearless Defenders number 5. All the fearless ladies on the cover are actually in this issue, plus Valkyrie vs. She-Hulk. Next, we've got Iron Man number 11. The secret origin of Tony Stark continues. The price, the deal, the consequences. We've also got KICKASS 3 number 1 of 8. KICKASS and Hit Girl's blockbuster return for the last ever story arc of Mark Millar and John Romita Jr.'s mega-selling series. Hit Girl is in jail, leaving KICKASS to lead a superhero team of Justice Forever. Their first mission, bust Hit Girl out of the clink. But superheroes have now been outlawed, leaving KICKASS to dodge both cops and criminals. For the first time since donning the costume, KICKASS is beginning to have his doubts. Is he now in too deep to get out? The phenomenal follow-up to Kick-Ass 2 movie coming out this June. Issue number 1 features 6 different covers by the industry's biggest artists, all available for order. Each cover will feature a different character, and when all 6 covers are linked, a special message will be revealed. And we've got Marvel's Thor, The Dark World Prelude number 1 of 2, an all-new adventure leading you directly into the upcoming Marvel Studios blockbuster Thor, The Dark World. What happened to your favorite Asgardians between the events of Thor and the Avengers? What comes next? Find out here. Thor, Loki, Odin, Heimdall, Jane Foster, Sif, The Warriors 3, all this brought to you by the powerhouse creative team of writers Craig Kyle, executive producer of Thor The Dark World, and Christopher Yost, Thor The Dark World co-writer, and artist Scott Eaton of Captain America. Next, we've got Pacific Rim Tales from Year Zero hardcover. Don't miss this exciting sci-fi prequel graphic novel of the highly anticipated motion picture. Warner Brothers and Legendary's Pacific Rim, directed by Guillermo del Toro, chronicling the very first time Earth is menaced by incredible monsters known as kaiju. These inhuman beasts rise from the ocean depths and threaten to extinguish all mankind. Witness the race to develop massive robot fighting machines called Jaegers, each one controlled simultaneously by 2 pilots whose minds are locked in a neural bridge. This action-packed tale features many of the key characters from the film as we follow them in their early careers. Written by Pacific Rim screenwriter himself Travis Beacham, and with Del Toro's hands-on supervision, this volume is beautifully illustrated by Sean Chen, Yvel Gauchette, Chris Batista, and Pericles Jr. Inks by Matt Banning, Steve Bird, and Mark McKenna, and fully painted cover by superstar artist Alex Ross. Next, we've got Red She-Hulk number 66. Route 616 continues with Nightmare and the Nexus of Realities. Betty needs to save the future, but the Man-Thing stands in her way. The Mad Thinker retools the Echelon soldiers. Red She-Hulk versus Green She-Hulk. And we've got Superior Spider-Man number 11. The Spider Slayer is scheduled for execution, and Mayor J. Jonah Jameson is leaving nothing to chance. To ensure that everything goes according to plan, Jameson's called in the one man he can trust to oversee everything, the Superior Spider-Man. Since the startling events of Superior Spider-Man number 9, will anyone realize that things have changed? We've also got Thanos Rising number 3 of 5. The Mad Titan flees his home in search of true love, but how many lives will he have to take to find it? The book's so blood-soaked you'll be glad it's a miniseries. And we've got Thunderbolts number 10, Red Menace Part 5. All the secrets are bared as the T-Bolts conclude their second arc. Will the team overcome their mistrust to take out the supplier of gamma-powered Crimson Dynamos? Next, we've got Ultimate Comics The Ultimates number 25. Ultimates Disassembled begins. All new creative team and direction. The search for the Infinity Gems brings disaster to the Triskellans' doorstep. Is this the end of the Ultimates? We've also got Winter Soldier number 19. High above Earth, the Electric Ghost has set a plan in motion that tears at the very fabric of reality. As the universe threatens to unravel, only the Winter Soldier can stop it. But does he even want to? Writer Jason Latour and artist Nick Klein bring you the fiery conclusion to the Winter Soldier's latest deadly mission. We've also got Wolverine Season 1 hardcover premiere edition. Discovered as a feral mutant prowling the wilds, recruited as a covert operative by a secretive government agency, destined to pursue a dream of peaceful coexistence between man and mutant, witness the birth of the Wolverine as the man called Logan makes his journey from animalistic wildling to beloved X-Man, including Logan's first blockbuster battle with the Hulk, as well as pivotal appearances by Sabretooth and Wendigo. This blood-splattered tale features a contemporary retelling of the Claude Canuck's formative years. And we've got X Factor number 257, The End Begins Here, The End of X Factor, Part 1 of 6. Out in trades this week, we've got Spider-Man Danger Zone trade paperback, celebrating 50 years of power and responsibility. The most powerful entity on Earth is Alpha, a brash Midtown High slacker who gained his powers in a lab accident during an experiment conducted by none other than Peter Parker. To head off worldwide calamity, he'll have to learn how to be a hero, and fast. And that means Spider-Man's got his first ever sidekick. Then, War of the Hobgoblins. Phil Urich has donned the demonic cowl as the Kingpin's top enforcer, but Roderick Kingsley is back, seeking to reclaim his murderous mantle, and Kingsley may not be the only former Goblin who wants to stake a claim. Plus, Peter struggles to tell Aunt May the secret he's hidden for years. He's responsible for his uncle's death. Collects Amazing Spider-Man number 693 to 697 and material from 692 and Avenging Spider-Man number 11. Next, we've got Wolverine by Claremont and Miller hardcover. Wolverine's vacation from the X-Men is interrupted when he discovers that his beloved Mariko Yoshida has been married off by her criminal father, Lord Shingen. When Shingen humiliates Wolverine in front of Mariko, the hero loses heart, drowning his sorrows in beer, bar fights, and the arms of a wild assassin Yukiko. But when ninjas attack and betrayal strikes from the most unexpected source, can Wolverine reclaim his honor and rescue Mariko and himself from the trap Shingen has drawn around them both? Then the X-Men travel to Japan to rejoin their wayward teammate, but the villainous duo of Viper and Silver Samurai want to guarantee that the mutant story won't have a happy ending. It's secrets, shockers, and broken hearts in Wolverine's legendary first solo adventure. Collects Wolverine number 1 through 4 and Uncanny X-Men number 172 and 173. We've also got the Wolverine Comic Reader number 1, collecting Wolverine First Class number 1, and material from Wolverine and Power Pack number 1. And we've got Wolverine Origin hardcover new printing. For decades, Wolverine's shadowy past has been shrouded in mystery, but before he was the savage mainstay of the X-Men, before he was a tormented secret agent codenamed Weapon X, even before he was a barroom brawler in the wilds of Canada, he was a child. And now in this landmark event, Marvel reveals all. The birth and childhood of sickly young James Howlett, the secrets and intrigue of his family history, the first struggle with his subconscious savagery that culminated in tragedy, and how James' flight from everything he once knew led to the forging of the man known as Logan. Paul Jenkins and Andy Kubert, two of Marvel's most capably acclaimed creators, unite to tell the tale that shaped mutantdom's mightiest misfit. Collects Origin number 1 through 6. We've also got Wolverine Sabretooth hardcover. Superstar Jeff Loeb and Simone Bianchi's titanic two-part tale is collected in one oversized blood-soaked volume. Sworn foes Wolverine and Sabretooth have been locked in an endless grudge match that goes back longer than either can remember or even imagine. But the key to their bloody history is eons old. Who is the immortal manipulator Romulus, and exactly how deep does the conspiracy surrounding Wolverine's century-long life go? As Sabretooth cheats death and the villainous duo close in for the kill, long-buried secrets are revealed that rewrite Wolverine's entire history, and he finds himself forced to make a terrible choice: stop Sabretooth or stop Romulus, and deal with the lives lost either way. Guest starring Storm, Black Panther, Wolvesbane, Sasquatch, Wildchild, Cloak and Dagger, and more. Collects Wolverine 50 to 55 and Wolverine 310 to 313. Next, we've got Wolverine the Adamantium Collection hardcover. It's the best and the brightest moments from Wolverine's long and storied history, presented together in a gorgeous oversized slip-cased hardcover and packed with dozens of extras just in time for Logan's triumphant return to the big screen. Witness the transformation of sickly James Howlett into the battle-hardened Logan, and then into the metal-clawed superhero called Wolverine. Experience Logan's struggles to learn the ways of honor, control his bestial nature, and deal with the litany of friends and foes from his checkered past. Thrill to his near-fatal encounter with Magneto, and be there as Wolverine takes on the responsibility of mentoring the next generation and opens a school. Collects Origin 1 through 6, material from Marvel Comics Presents 72 to 84, Uncanny X-Men number 162, 205, and 268, Wolverine 1 through 4, Wolverine 75 and 119 to 122, Wolverine number 32, and Wolverine in the X-Men number 1 through 3. And last, we've got X-Men Ghost trade paperback, Changes in the Air for the X-Men, Rachel Summers lays claim to the Phoenix Force, Magneto stands trial and joins the team, Professor X departs for outer space, and Cyclops becomes a father, and that's just the start of the X-Men's adventures as the Beyonder erases the New Mutants from history, the futuristic Nimrod Sentinel attacks, and Mojo regresses the team to childhood. Plus, in a pair of bona fide X-Men classics, Storm duels Cyclops for the team leadership, and Lady Deathstrike hunts Wolverine in a savage tale by Barry Windsor Smith. Featuring the debut of Freedom Force, the villainy of Arcade and the Hellfire Club, and the birth of Nathan Christopher Summers, the mutant who would one day become the time-traveling soldier known as Cable. Collecting Uncanny X-Men 199 to 209 and X-Men Annual number 10. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.